Well, hello once again and welcome back down the rabbit's hole. I am Icarus 480 and this is episode 2 of Tales of the Street, Icky's Storytime Homeless Father series. I do apologize. I know I was supposed to have this out about 2 days ago, but life happens. What can you do? So if you guys haven't seen episode 1, go check that out so you guys can get the full picture of the story I'm about to retell to you guys. Into our psychedelic time machine we go. Smoke DMT. There I was, hopeless and homeless, trying to figure out how to deal with this new lifestyle I've seemed to find myself dragged into. I had a baby on the way. Mom kicked me out. Parents are getting a divorce. My dad went about an hour and 45 minutes away back to my tribe's land, and he was living out there. I forgot to touch on this in my last video. Some people asked about it. As heartless as my mom seemed in my eyes at the time, she wasn't heartless enough to kick a pregnant, basically teenager, out of the house. So I was the only one that got kicked out. My baby's mom still resided at my house and would help me out as often as she could. You know, if there was any leftovers from dinner, she'd put it on my windowsill and I'd come munch it like the street rat I am. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I was sleeping in abandoned houses, or actually not even houses, backyards. I was breaking into cars to steal money for food, change, cell phones, whatever I could, sell them to ghetto-ass bodegas and stuff. And yeah, as this is all going on, you know, this is probably a good 2.5, 3-month process. I was on the streets. My dad hits me up one day and tells me, you know, I don't like the fact that you're sleeping on the street, bro. It keeps me up. I can't fucking even fathom anything happening to you. You should just come here on the res, live with me. You know, I feel bad telling grandma, because he was staying with his mom, oh, I moved in and I'm also going to bring Icky here, you know, whatever. He's like, but I know you have a lot of friends out here who would probably let you couch crash, so if you need a place to crash, you could sleep here for a couple of days. I'm sure they'll let you stay there and we can make it work. And he was completely right. All my fucking absolute best friends I've ever had live on the reservation, or, I mean, at the time. So I know I could probably make that work. A lot of high-paying jobs out there, so I had to make a decision. Do I continue living this life that I'm living right now and be close to my baby's mom and my unborn child, or do I leave basically an hour and 45 minutes away and try to find a job there and make it work? I decided to stay because I just couldn't leave, man. Like, I had to be close to her. Like, I had to be close for my son. Like, if anything happened, like, what if I'm an hour and 45 fucking minutes away in the middle of the desert? So I told my dad, you know, it's a great idea, but I'm not going to do it. I'm sorry. I have to stay here. I have to stay here. So, of course, he tries to convince me to still come down. I'm like, no, it's not happening. He's like, okay, well, I don't find myself out there very often, but when I do, I'll buy you some food, I'll give you some money, whatever you need. I'm like, all right, cool. So I felt really uncomfortable with stealing. You know, I had just gotten out of prison a fucking year before this. I didn't want to go back to jail. That's just the last fucking thing I needed. So I actually forgot how I found this trick out, but I fucking did. And I pray and hope that no one ever has to fucking go through this. But if you do, or if you're ever hungry and have no money and you need food, I have a tip for you guys. And this is what I started doing for a couple weeks. I would go to like a Pizza Hut or a McDonald's or something, and I would go in the trash outside and I'd find a receipt. 2 large pepperoni pizzas, for example, right? So I'd call that Pizza Hut and be like, hey, I had came in at 3:45 p.m. earlier and bought 2 large pepperoni pizzas, and when I opened the box, the cheese was all on top of the box. The pizza was destroyed. Both of them were. They were ruined. Is there an explanation for this? And they'd be like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Let me put you on to my manager. So the manager would get on the phone and be like, what's up, dude? And I would say to them, hey, this is exactly what happened. Same thing, right? So the manager would be like, oh my god, I do apologize. Do you have the receipt for that, sir? I absolutely do. Okay, what is your name? I'm Icarus 480, peace, love, and smoke DMT. Okay, sir. Why don't you bring the receipt and we'll replace that for you. It worked like a fucking charm. I'm talking Dairy Queen. What a burger. Pizza Hut, McDonald's, Burger King. Did I say that? I don't even know. But yeah, so that's how I started making fucking, just eating food and shit like that. As this is going on, I'm going to doctor's appointments and stuff like that. Like I said, it was probably about 3 months in. We go and I find out that I'm having a boy. Yeah! I don't have to worry about one dick instead of 100 dicks. You know what I'm saying? Score. I'm having a boy, you know, and still living in the street. Still trying to find a job every day desperately. I'm not getting any fucking call back from anybody. So one day my dad comes and buys me some dinner, and he gives me about $200, I think, $250 maybe. I'm like, thanks, Dad, you know. Later that night, I'm at a Circle K, and keep in mind, like, all of these were like all $20 bills and shit like that. So I'm in line, and there's a homeless dude behind me. I'm like, what's up, fam? Yeah! Not really. The homeless dude behind me, I'm buying a drink, and I'm like a dumbass, man. I pull out this entire wad of cash, and I start, I have $1. Here's $1 for my fountain drink. So I go outside, I'm drinking it, trying to think, okay, where am I going to sleep tonight? Because I was very far away from where I normally slept, which was my neighbor's backyard, who is a non-existent neighbor. Nobody lived there. I'm sitting there drinking, and a guy comes out, and he's eating like fucking noodles, like microwave noodles. And he's like, hey, man, I just spent my last $1 on this, dude. Do you have any money you can spare me? I'm like, absolutely, dude. I know what it's like, fam. So I give him $5. He's like, thank you, dude. I really appreciate it. I'm like, cool. I'm pretty tired at this point in time. I've been walking all day. I just want to go to sleep. I'm like, where's like a chill spot I can fucking sleep at? Far away from hotels. Like, I don't even want to walk another mile. So I find a bridge, a lot of soft sand. I have a blanket in my duffel bag that I just kind of waved out and just laid down and went to sleep. Don't know how long I was asleep, but I wake up and there's a fucking knife right to my neck, right? And I like get up, and I'm like, I immediately know as it happened. I'm like, oh shit, I'm about to die. And some voice speaks to me, and he's like, yo, give me everything you got, and you'll be all right. Don't do anything fucking stupid. I'm like, okay. I come to realize it's that fucking homeless dude from fucking Circle K. So I'm like, all right, man, I'm just going to reach in my back pocket. I'm going to pull my fucking wallet out, man. Just don't hurt me, bro. I have a son on the way, bro. I reach in my back pocket, and instead of grabbing my wallet, I grabbed a pair of black brass knuckles that I always carried on me. So, you know, brass knuckles, right? Dunk, dunk, dunk. The rings. I used the fucking ring on my pinky to, like, hammer him in the head. So I'm like, all right, yo, here's my wallet. I feel the knife release, and I just fucking, boom, hit him. And he just, like, falls back. And I jump up, and I'm thinking he's, like, going to come at me. So I, like, kind of square up real quick. And then he just, like, holds his head, and I just, like, back out and start running. And he's like, you fucking son of a bitch. I'm going to find you. I'm going to fucking find you. So I was very, like, when I get nervous, I kind of laugh. So I start laughing, and I run, and I'm like, oh, my God. Okay. Fuck this. Like, nope. Nope. I'm not doing this. I'm not fucking doing this anymore. Like, that was insane. So the next night, or the next morning, I literally went in the desert, in the middle of the fucking desert, and slept in some ditch. I wake up the next morning, and I call my dad. Keep in mind, I don't have a normal cell phone. I have to fucking use Wi-Fi and shit on a fucking iPod Touch. I call my dad, and I'm like, hey, dude, I think I'm going to take you up on your offer. Like, I want to get the fuck off these streets. He's like, okay, cool. I can't do it today. I'm in Tucson all day. I can come pick you up tomorrow. Just stay safe tonight. I'm like, okay, cool. So that night I go and see my baby's mom. I'm like, look, this is what's going down. Like, I have to leave. Like, I'm going to try to figure something out on the res. There's a lot of high paying jobs out there. Like, I'm going to try to make this work. Of course she hated the idea. Like, no, what the fuck? Don't do that. I'm like, yo, like, I'm going to get hurt out here. Like, I don't want to fucking live like this. So she's like, okay, you know, just fucking do something. I'm like, okay, I got this. So the next day, my dad picks me up. I stay with him for about 3 or 4 days. And then all my friends are super stoked. Like, yo, you're back on the res. I'm like, ah. not really. I'm just here temporarily. Well, not really. Like, I'm trying to get a job, and I'm probably going to move back here and fucking, yeah, baby, everything. They kind of all knew I had a kid on the way, whatever. So I'm looking for a job during this entire point in time, and this is not happening, right? It's not happening whatsoever. And time is passing, and it's just ticking and ticking and ticking, and we're getting closer and closer and closer to the fucking date of the birth, right? So at this point, man, the time frame is so fucking out of twack. Oh, one thing I do want to touch on, she was probably about 6 months pregnant at the time I had went back, you know, because I would always go back for doctor's appointments and everything like that, and I'd probably crash another like night or two on the streets until I'd find myself back on my tribe's land, Tono O'odham Nation. I had went out there, and there was this dude I used to fucking despise back in the hardcore scene. He's native as well. Yeah, we hated each other, and it was pretty fucking obvious. We'd always like dog each other out. I'm just like, man, I fucking hate that guy. Fucking hate that guy. He messaged me on Facebook, and he's like, hey, what's up, bro? I'm like, yo, what up, dude? And he's like, I'm thinking he's like trying to talk shit, like, yo, what's up, bro? Like, I never liked you. You want to fight or something? But instead, this dude's like, hey, man, like, I've been seeing your statuses on Facebook about you being homeless and stuff like that. Like, you know, like, let me pick you up, bro. Like, let me take you out to eat. Let me buy you some new clothes, some new shoes or something. I'm like, okay. Fuck yeah, bro. I was like, I'm in Casa Grande, man. And Phoenix and Casa Grande's probably like, well, he lived in Mesa. It's about a good hour and 15 minutes away. I'm like, I don't have a car. He's like, it's all good. He comes and picks me up. This dude housed me, fed me, gave me brand new shoes, a fucking whole new fucking wardrobe. This man's name is fucking P Fresh. And I love you so fucking much. To this day, he is my fucking brother. So I was like, yo, dude, I got to get going. Like, I got to go back to the res. So I do. So another, like, month or two passes. Yeah, let's just say that. Safe point in time. Stress is building. Hormonal girlfriend is getting mad at me that I can't find a job. You know, I'm trying my fucking ass off to make something work, and then just nothing's going my way. Time's ticking, 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 ticking. I'm getting stressed. All my friends and I are straight edge, right? None of us do drugs. None of us smoke. So we didn't have anything like that going on. But one day, all my friends decided to break edge, and I was the only straight edge guy. So I'm going to stop there, because this whole channel is like a jigsaw puzzle. This next part of the story can be heard in my straight edge sellout Icarus story time. So go check that the fuck out, and we're right back to the story after that trip report. Or not trip report, Icarus story time, whatever. So I had just gotten drunk and high for the first time, shit like that. I'm like, yo, this is pretty cool. I like this. But my family and my baby's mom hated it. I mean, for obvious reasons. It was very immature of me to do, but come on, man. If it wasn't for that, you would not have a Nicky. But yeah, so everyone's all fucking pissed off at me. I'm like, whatever, you know, you guys don't even know what it's like being out here. You guys no idea what it's like to fucking be out here and trying to make this shit fucking happen. 3 days after I break edge, it was my boy Woog's son's birthday. We're all fucking 19. We have fucking kids. It was his son's first birthday. We all went there. We're all chilling, having a good time in the midst of all the laughter and crazy jokes and shit that are going on. I just get really hot. Like, my body temperature rises, and I just kind of like think really hard, and like something is just not right, man. Something isn't right. I have to go home. Like, I have to get out of here. I have to go back to Casa Grande. I have to. So I tell my friends that. They're like, nah, man, chill. We're going to get drunk later. I'm like, no, dude. Like, I really feel like I have to go home. And they're like, okay, well, fuck you too. So I call my dad. I'm like, hey, what area are you working tonight? Keep in mind, my dad was a cop. So he was like, I'm working kind of near Casa Grande. I'm like, cool. Can you take me there? Like, can you drop me off there? He's like, yeah, is everything good? I'm like, yeah. I think so. But I feel like I need to go back. So on my way back, I call my baby's mom. I'm like, hey, I'm headed back to Casa Grande. Like, I'll see you tomorrow or something. She's like, hey, well, my stomach really hurts. Like, really hurts. So I put in, like, for a doctor's appointment tomorrow. I can see if you can crash here and go with us to the doctor's appointment tomorrow. So I'm like, yeah. So my, mom humbly lets me come back for that night and sleep in that bed. We wake up, go to the hospital, and everything's routine. She's like, yeah, no, it's gone away, but, and then like maybe like an hour later it would come back. Doctor walks in and says, who's ready to have a baby? I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, you're going into labor. And that, my friends, is episode 2. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm sorry if the timeline's all fucked up. This is a 9-month period that I'm trying to stretch in because we still have like 2 more episodes of this bitch. So yeah, until next time, folks, I am forever your weird uncle. Just let it flow, yo. When you're down the rabbit hole, I'm Icarus 480. But this, you already know. Peace, love, and smoke that DMT.